Rhythm on it.
Every time I step in the arena, all I wanna see you do. Hands in the air now. Hands in the air. Hands in the air now. Hands in the air. Yo, just know when you come to my city to battle, you gotta walk past my statue in the front before you even get to me. Yo, I've been down it since I was 8, cause my team wasn't on pace. Give them 81 to their face, J.Regi Rodgers on their grave. Now 24 when they really hate. Love it when the stakes so high, I rest I wasn't like 10 alone on my dinner plate. First take to the max, I kill a man, that's no debate. It was fate since I began, I was bound to be great. In my leg going and sinking, in my way of shaking bait. They can say I stay with every move I make. You see the two types of man, the one that's on the court and the one that's in the stand. The one playing the sport and the one that's just a fan. But don't understand but swear they could do better than you on this last dance. Watch it, Jerry Corset, looking up to Jordan. More than too important, it's still ain't want important. Well, I'm hated or supported, y'all getting extorted. Leave your team assorted, you traded while I'm awarded. Hey, let me see those hands now. Let me see you dance now. Let me see those hands now. Let me see you dance now.
Stand back and watch it go mode. Half man, half ram, call it goat mode. On the proud with my ground, call it goat mode. GOAT, you know we
Now they
go
call me PW Kirk, a legend in 2 games. I went from dancing to rapping, I'm bodying both lanes. They had me down 3-1, came back like King James. I ain't chasing this fame, just stacking up all this change. Look, I wasn't tall, so I idolized the gods. Now I cross over like Iverson with these bars. I was in China like Marbury living large. And Kimber walking from the Bronx, I knew I could be a star. I made a couple raps and now they asking, can I open up? I got them fans throwing up their arms like I woke them up. See me on their TV screens, Mo, you going up. Ain't gotta brag, you know what's up when we showing up. They told me be the best I can be. I ain't the definition of gold, it's the definition of me. 10,000 hours time to take the game mastery, and I'm in gold mode with this Mamba mentality.
All right.
Stand back and watch it go mode.
Goat mode. Any goats in the house? Any goats in the house? Hello, good evening to all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Bravo with Sheila. It is a great night here at Bravo with Sheila. We're going to have a great time tonight. Goat mode. Some of you like, where did she get that song from? Well, I have an artist, and he is a clean rapper. He's a college graduate and a community activist, and he just walks around and does a lot of positive things. And so that's his latest single. And I'd like promoting young people doing positive things. And I'm sure you're a GOAT too in whatever you're doing. So welcome tonight to this wonderful platform and this wonderful show. I am super, excited because I always say I'm excited. If you have never seen me before, my name is Sheila Ingram, and this is Bravo. What is it? Bravo. There it is. There's your Bravo. Go ahead and give yourself a Bravo. Bravos with Sheila. Ladies, let's chat. But sometimes I leave the ladies, let's chat out because we have some brave brothers in the chat, brave brothers on the platform. So we just going to go with Bravo with Sheila because this platform welcomes everyone because everyone has something powerful to say, to empower you, to move you to another place of where you're trying to get to. And that's the place called there. So tonight, the person that's here tonight is no stranger to the Bravo platform. I done lost count how many times. Maybe this is his 4th, 5th. I don't know. Who's counting? I'm just glad that he's back. His name is C.Regi Rodgers. Let me tell you, he is the #1 relationship coach. He is an author. He has a lot going on, and I just had to bring him back because some of you ladies inboxed me and said, where's the man, the guy that was talking about relationship? Where's he at? Well, he's back. I'm bringing him back because he has so much to offer and to extend to all of you guys. Let me tell you a little bit. I can't tell you a lot because he has a lot to talk about, and there's a lot attached to his name. But with years of counseling thousands of couples, C.Regi Rodgers brings another provo. Listen, he's an author. Let me tell you some of the things. He's celebrating all these wonderful things he's been doing. Memory Monday. Oh, my goodness. That was an awesome post that he put up. He's going to give you his handle before he leaves so you can connect with him. He says, I was featured in the local paper with the one man, woman tour. And it was an amazing ladies' night out. He also has Fact Friday. I love his Fact Fridays. He dropped jewels. On Friday. He said it's better to choose to be alone than to be with someone who isn't a fit. Yes. Be careful who you choose to bring into your energetic space. That's what he says. That's what the man said. He has something called the dating process. The dating process. He also has a series, Dating and Creating. Listen, it's a lot. Dating from an expanded conscious perspective. I love that. He also, it's so much. It's just so much. He is incredible. He has a lot of information. We're going to chop it up tonight. I'm going to bring him up with my co-host. I want to bring him to the platform. Welcome, my dear friend.
Hey, Sheila, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
Oh, good. I love that goat. That's nice. I love that. I was thinking, how do we tie this goat in with where we're going tonight? And I figured out a couple of things.
You did?
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
I figured out a couple things. First of all, our goal is to go on a trip. We're gonna take these. That's go on a trip. We're gonna take these ladies on a trip. And then secondly, we're gonna hopefully help them get our act together.
Oh, okay.
That's the GOAT. So
that's the GOAT.
We're gonna help tonight that we walk away from here helping and assisting that we get our act together.
I like that.
Taking our audience on a trip.
I'll leave it to you. That's a bravo right there. Right. And you don't know? Do you know my co-host, Dawn B? Have you ever met Dawn?
You know, Dawn's face does, but I think on another your podcast, and Dawn was on before.
Okay. Oh, yes, she was.
Yeah, that's where our paths have crossed.
Okay.
What's up, Dawn?
Everything's good. What's popping? You already started. You got 2 acronyms out there. I got my notes ready. I'm here. I'm learn. I'm gonna be a learner today.
Okay, I like it. Y'all on the East Coast, on the West Coast, we're gonna merge the two, East Coast, West Coast. We're gonna put something together and make it happen.
Absolutely. I tell you, this is a wonderful night. I couldn't wait to get you back on. I love when you come and chat and hang out with me. I think it's an awesome thing. I learn a lot, and you teach so much, and people gravitate to what you're saying. And I'm so happy that you accepted the invitation to come back again. You promised me though. You said you would be back when I asked you. You did say that. So I try not to wear you out. I try to do a once a month thing. I try to do like a once a month thing or something like that. We'd be like, okay, Sheila, I'll be there. So I'm glad that you're here tonight. And so let's just open up the Bravo. Let's just open it up. And we're back. We are back. If you're coming in, please come in and smash that thumbs up button. Smash it. I think the last time we talked, I was counting how many, it's a milestone. I'm shooting for 300. Some of these YouTubers that I know are shooting for thousands and thousands, and that's good. I said, but me and my 300, I'm going to get to 300 because it was a time I only had 2 people. So everything is progress and moving forward. And as long as I'm giving out the information, that's my job. My job is to give out the information. I'm not getting caught up and getting monetized. If that happened, oh, praise the Lord. But if it doesn't, at least I'm on my assignment. So listen, guys, I can't wait to jump into this. I pretty much sometimes set it up what I want Reggie to talk about or have flow him a certain way. But tonight I want his flow. Tonight I want him to flow. I want him to, we're going to participate, but I want to talk about love at first spirit. I want to talk about that. I want to recap a couple of things you said. Every time you come back, I ask you to repeat those. The beginning things that women need to do when they're looking for a mate on a date. What are they looking for? When, the whys, the W's. So I'm just going to just let you jump into it, and I'm going to come in and out as you're going and ask questions while you're talking. But I want to know really what's on your heart, Reggie, and what the climate is around in the different places that you've been traveling in the area of love and relationship. It's just so many different dynamics going on with women. I told you before, we talk a lot about the modern day woman, the traditional woman. You know, men are getting their passport, going to the border to get their wives. It's so many different things going on right now.
That's hilarious.
Facts.
So, it's facts. So go ahead and let's talk about it. If you want to open up first with whatever you want to open up with, just go ahead and jump in, Reg.
Well, when you asked me to do the show, I was wondering that if you had a theme, and if so, what we were going to talk about, so I could kind of put something together. But you were kind of elusive on that, so I figured, I have a new series out, and the series is called Dating and Creating.
Mm-hmm.
And I think dating and creating is so very important because people don't realize there's a process. There's what I like to call it, like it's a science to dating.
Mm.
When you understand the science, you and I, we've spoken. I don't want to go there in terms of the 5 stages of dating. We talked about that. We've been talking about that, but the dating and creating is all about going through the stages. But, I think when we realize this science to dating, it all begins in the mind. It's what you think. It's what you determine that you deserve. And then you have to put that into reality. And I think that I'd like to see if I can kind of show us, how this thing sets up, how it plays out, because it's so important that there are certain buzzwords that we have to put into place. Because in life, all of us, we sincerely get what we think, what we feel, and what we believe we deserve. That's key.
Mm-hmm.
That's in anything in life. We will get what we think, what we feel, and what we believe that we deserve. So when something happens to us, I'm not sitting there like, wow. No, I'm sitting there like, I deserve this. Why wouldn't it happen to me? If it can happen to anybody else, why would it not happen to me?
Yeah.
What makes somebody else any different than me? Why should it happen for somebody else, and why should it not happen for me? So if you feel like you deserve the new car, then go get it. Because it's all about what you think you feel you deserve. And watch how we parallel this when it comes to dating and relationships, because if way down in our gut, it's your conviction that you're supposed to have it, whatever it is, then nothing should be able to keep you from getting it, because that's where your focus is. Now watch how powerful focus is. When I am fixed, when I am focused, then I become faithful, then I become fruitful.
Mm. Mm.
So it's almost like I'm fixated on something. You ever see somebody that's fixated on something? It's gonna happen because they get so fixated.
Mm-hmm.
So when I am focused, fixed, then I become faithful to whatever that task is. Then I gotta bear fruit. I become fruitful. So we'll call that the 4 F's. Stay faithful, stay fixed, stay focused, and then you'll be fruitful.
Mm.
But you get it in your gut. The conviction's got to be in your gut. So I want to introduce tonight to your audience something that I've been putting together. It's called, I want to introduce Reggie's relationship recipe. So this is going to help to empower your feelings of deservedness.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
It's going to help you so that you get to that place where sometimes you feel guilty when stuff good is happening to you. Why? Let it happen. Because we're always so quick to be a component of you reap what you sow, but we always use that in the negative.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't we reap what we sow in the positive? Because I'm sure just as much as you think somebody has sown some bad seeds, what about the good seeds that we've sown?
That is true.
So can I not get reaping what I've sown in the positive? So I want us to look at the first recipe that we're going to put into this bowl. It's called recognition. That's
recognition.
visual.
And
That's
they
visual.
said, wait a minute, let me get my notebook. And they
Right.
said, let her wait. She said, let me get my notebook. And they is greeting you. You know, Ine.
What's up, Ine?
She was greeting you. She said, hey, and C.Regi Rodgers. She said, wait a minute. Let me get this notebook.
I see her there. And now you got to hurry up because I'm moving quick. I'm moving fast.
She probably have it right next to her.
So the
on.
first ingredient that we're going to put into this bowl is called recognition, which is visual. It's the visual. Because identification of someone or identification of something or identification of a person from a previous encounter, you got to be able to identify based off of what you've been through, now knowing what you want, so that you could say at some point, been there, done that, now going back, I know what I want, so now that's not what I want. So you have recognized it's not a fit. And Sheila, you just talked about my post about if it's not a fit. So if it's not a fit, then our time is so valuable. That's our biggest commodity. I don't have a bunch of time to be wasting anymore. I've been there, done that when I was younger. Now I got to make my moves count. Every move that I make got to be my best move. If it's not my best move, then I can't make it a move. Right? So acknowledgement of something in existence is what recognition is. You're acknowledging something that's in existence. And what does this do? This brings validity, and you want something that's valid. Yeah. So it's going to bring you the validity and the perception of something existing. You want to know that it's true. So you recognize that you deserve this, because now you realize that you perceive that it's something that exists and it is true, because I've already determined that it's valid. Why? Because I recognize, if you've ever followed me for any length of time, that R is one of my R's when it comes to a woman being ready. My 3 R's when it comes to a woman being ready is, the first is be ready, know how to recognize, and then know how to receive. Right? So here's the recognition. That's the visual. Because believe it or not, we are all visual creatures. It's the first initial look. So we're visual creatures. So this means I don't have to compromise and I don't have to settle, because I know what I want visually. I've already created it up here. But here's the second ingredient. So we've got recognition, then we got realization. That's mental. So we went from visual to mental. That's the realization. That's mental. How does that play out? So the realization is an act of becoming fully aware of something as a fact. You become fully aware of it. How do you become fully aware of it? It's the fact that you've already taken the time to do the work on you, because you're now creating what you feel you desire and deserve. We can ask most people, what do you feel you desire and deserve? I don't know. I've got to think about that. Well, if you don't know, how do you expect the realization to manifest?
Good point.
So if you certainly don't know, the universe certainly can't give it to you. So the manifestation can't take place. So we got to have a realization moment. And so the fulfillment, it's the fulfillment or achievement of something desired or anticipated. You're anticipating this. And they used to say that expectation becomes the breeding ground for the miracle. What is the miracle? The miracle is nothing but a divine interruption of the natural law. So therefore, time is stopped for a moment so that the universe can intercede on your behalf, manifest it on your behalf, and then the miracle takes place. That's divine interruption of the law. That's realizing that, wow, I deserve this. So if I deserve this, now I'm shifting everything into my consciousness that from my subconscious. And so everything that goes into my subconscious that begins to transpire in my conscious, now I only see what I believe that I desire and deserve, because I'm fixated on it. Everything else becomes null and void. Y'all got this?
Got it.
So when I get to this place of realization, it's the state of understanding or becoming aware. So you begin to realize you deserve this. And I want to tell this to your ladies in your audience tonight. You deserve everything that you desire. Let's say it again. You deserve everything you desire. So you don't have to put no brakes on. You don't have to put hands. You don't have to hold up, wait, stop. Let me just compromise. Let me just settle. You don't have to do none of that.
Because that's a personal thing.
Everything you desire. When you start settling, that's because you made up your mind. That's what you want to do.
So what you're saying also is, and that's true, a lot of times people sway away from what other people try to influence them about themselves, right? Which then taints what you really, really want. Because as long as you hear something over and over, sometimes some women I find believe more what someone else says, and they erase what they want or desire. So you're saying whatever that thing is that you've been desiring, I don't care how long you've been desiring it, don't think you won't get it. Don't say, oh, it's too late. Don't say all those negative things, which will block you receiving the very thing you desire. So you're saying whatever it is, it's my desire. I don't need permission. I don't need permission.
If we took this to church, Sheila, if we walked into the church, the pastor would say, God will give you the desires of your heart.
Exactly.
So what am I saying different? Right? So takes me to my next point, which is another R. It's resilience.
That's a big word.
And so resilience is emotional. So we have recognition as visual, we have realization as mental, but resilience is emotional. That's everything that you was just saying, Sheila, because you have to have that tenacity. You have to have that resilience, because resilience is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties.
Wait, that's a mic drop. Wait. You know how we do when something like that is said. Just wait a minute. Gotta pause. Stop, pause, reflect. Hold on now. Okay. I like that. That's good right there. That's like a lot. That's packed. That's loaded. Say it again.
So the resilience is having the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. In other words, it is the ability to spring back into shape. It's your elasticity. It's you might bend, but you don't break because you're gonna come right back.
Like the palm tree.
You bouncing back. The palm tree is gonna bend, but it ain't gonna break. You make weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
That's right.
So it's the ability to spring back into shape. That's your elasticity. Sometimes you need to be stretched, but then when you get stretched, you need to know that you can come back and still stay focused and still understand what it means to be fixated on what you desire and what you deserve.
I like that.
If we go back into the church again, we used to say, I ain't gonna let nothing turn me around. So
That's true.
why are you gonna let something turn you around now? See, because this gives you the capability to recover after anything, especially when you start stressing. It'll give you the that's why I use this as emotionally resilience. This will give you the ability to recover, bounce back, because with resilience you have the ability to recover or adjust. To recover or adjust. And let's go again. Because of your resilience, you deserve this. So let's say it again. You deserve what you desire.
Deserve what you desire.
Let's go to the next ingredient. Y'all good?
We good.
Good, we good.
So the next ingredient
is
respect. Respect is social.
Good to see you too, blind guy and his wife, their life. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay.
Respect is social. So we went from, watch this, we went from visual, mental, we went from mental to emotional. Now we're dealing with social. I'm trying to cover all the layers of who we are as an entity. So this entity as a body, as a shell, we understand now respect, social. And what is respect? Respect is a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something by their abilities, their qualities, or their achievements. Respect is a way of treating or thinking about something or someone. So this word is also called esteem. So let's ask you, how's your self-esteem? How much do you respect what you feel you desire and deserve? You see, that's so important because it is a positive feeling or it's an action shown towards first you and then someone else. So let me throw this out there. If you don't respect you, how do you expect someone else to respect you?
Right. You teach people how to treat you.
Come on, talk to me, Don.
That's it. Teach people how to treat you.
If you disrespect yourself when the man comes, it's going to be easy for him to disrespect you because you disrespect yourself.
Very
It means you
easy.
got to watch your conversation, watch how you articulate, what you communicate. Watch all of that, because if you don't respect you, then that other person is not going to respect you. Because when you have respect for yourself, you now know you deserve everything that comes to you. Let's say it again. Now we know you get what you desire and deserve.
You get what you desire and deserve.
Last ingredient. Y'all good?
We good.
Yeah.
Is readiness. That's the physical.
Readiness.
That's the physical. The physical is the state of being fully prepared. Being fully prepared for something. It's not I'm now trying to get ready. I'm already ready. Isn't it like hard to go when it comes? Now you got to get ready? Or is it much easier when it comes, you already
and
ready?
you're ready. You're already ready.
A lot of times he's ready for you, ladies. You just ain't ready for him. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that to y'all again. Y'all bat your eyes at me right now. A lot of times he ready for y'all. Y'all just ain't ready for him.
Let's see what this comment is right here. We got participation. Hey there, Ine. He's saying he's greeting Ine. He said, I agree, sir. People how to treat you, and you're always pleased with the treatment you receive. Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Good
Good
stuff, blind guy.
Yep, good stuff. Yes. So no, but wait. Go back to the lady comment. You said sometimes the women don't know. The women aren't ready when they get to a particular male that's like, we're not ready a lot of times.
So that goes back to not being able to receive. Why? Because you've had so many bad relationships with bad guys. When a good guy comes, you're trying to make him a bad guy because of all the bad guys that you've encountered. And here, this man is trying to open the door for you. I'll open the door for myself. He's trying to I could pull my own seat out. Now he's trying to let you know that he wants to be around. He's texting you to say, hey, good morning. How you doing? Man, this guy's so clingy. I don't know why he got to keep texting me. All the stuff you said you wanted, the dude is doing it, but yet you still ain't happy with it.
It's a lot of that. I got to say that is so true. Just talking to a lot of women and counseling women, and then they tell me they come in happy the next session or the next 3 sessions down the road. It's like, what happened to the guy? He was just, he was just calling all the time. And okay, but isn't that what you said you wanted? Yeah, but not that much, and, he wanted to do this. He wanted to do that. I'm like exactly what you said.
They traumatized.
Right? They don't even know.
If they're traumatized, Don, that means they're not ready.
Right.
You shouldn't even be trying to involve yourself in a relationship if you're not ready, because you're doing yourself an injustice and you're doing the person that's trying to pursue you an injustice because you're not ready. That's why this is so important. This readiness. It's the state of being fully prepared for whatever it is that you desire and deserve. Sometimes he's ready for you, but you are not ready for him.
That's true. And they says, I just love it, Nate. She's such a bravette. Recognition, number 1, visual. Number 2, realization, mental. Number 3, resilience, emotional. Number 4, respect, social. Number 5, readiness, physical. See, that's in Nate. That's the bravette. She in the house.
Hey, Ine, if you use any of this in there, you owe me some royalties, okay?
So get your coins. Get your coins.
And Nay is in the house. But that is so true.
So readiness is that last ingredient in order for the condition of you being ready. You see, when you get all of this together, you are ready for action. And when you're ready for action, we're going to go again. You're going to be ready for what you desire and what you deserve.
But that process, sometimes people, that's a long journey, right? That's a conscious journey. such a conscious journey that individually you have to assess yourself, not let somebody else assess you. You have to do inventory on yourself and be honest with yourself in this process to get to that place which I call there. Because if you skip one, if you recognize and you skip realization and jump over to respect, then you've missed so much in between, and you're still not ready.
You can't ignore any of the steps, because if you've in a lot of your past shows, one of the things that I always say is doing the work.
That's right.
Doing the work. You got to do the work that's required. You can't have a Tarzan syndrome. What is a Tarzan syndrome? That means you just broke up with someone, but now you want to. So you're swinging from one branch to the next in the jungle. You can't have that Tarzan syndrome. Sometimes you gotta, as DMX said, stop, drop, shut it down, and then reopen up shop. But it takes some time to stop, drop, and shut it down.
Yeah. See,
That's
and
important.
May's comment is right on time. I'm using on self-healing. Exactly. Get healed. That's the key. Get healed.
The basis of all relationships is self. You cannot have a relationship without you, Ine. So in any relationship, who's the only person you got control over? Is you.
Correct.
So you can't change anybody, Ine. So the basis of all relationships is self. So would you date you, Sheila? Would you date you, Don? Would you date you, Ine? You know, I mean, those are questions you have to ask yourself. And why would I date me? You know, what makes me unique? That's the first question that you should ask anybody when what makes you unique?
That's real talk. That's like right in your face. What you think, Dawn?
I think, listen, I'm not even playing with you right now. I have so much written down here, you know. I'm just saying. But everything you said is so good and on point. I'm so glad that I unlearned some stuff to make some room so I can learn some stuff the right way, because otherwise I'd have been a hot mess right now. But I think an important thing too is not just doing the work, because we hear that a lot, is after you do the work, you have to be willing to test the work, because how do you know how much progress you've made? You know, if you're dating yourself, you know, you're gonna always have the greatest date ever.
That's so true.
So you have to be,
absolutely.
You can't keep yourself in this shell of I'm a great date for me without entering someone else into the picture, so that you can really test the work. Am I really am I patient? You know, am I understanding? Am I selfless? Am I willing to, you know, to mind my attitude and adjust it? You know, am I open to, I don't like to say criticism or even constructive criticism. I like to say redirection, you know, because when you love someone and you're in a relationship with them, you're not criticizing them. You're trying to help to redirect and refine them, you know. And I think that's one of the things, you know, after we do all of these things that you said that are necessary, and then we walk out with our badge of honor, like I did the work. But then you get into a relationship with someone and you find yourself in that same space because you're not willing to test the work and be patient in the test. And then you say, but that it doesn't work. You know, you become discouraged because you're not getting this result that you think. And it's like, no, darling, you've been dating yourself after you did the work. Now you have to actually put the grinds in, you know, to be willing to recognize those. Okay, I got an attitude problem. Let me adjust me. You know,
that's so good. That's good. That's, you know, Blind Guy says, I would unhappily. He's so funny. What? LOL. Corey is good. He's still here 30 years later.
So I think, is he saying I would unhappily date me? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah. Oh my God. Those of you who don't know about Blind Guy, his wife, their life, y'all go ahead over there and subscribe to their channel. We have so much fun. I think it's 11 or 11:30. Maybe Anae will be so kind to put their link in the chat if she wouldn't mind doing that for me, or maybe they can go ahead and put the info. We have such an incredible time there on their channel. All right. I like that. Co-host Dawn, that was powerful what you did. That was very loaded.
Very much so.
I had to learn it on myself. That's why I'm saying, doing the work, and then I'm like, okay, but now how do you prove your work that
That's so
you get
true.
your certificate from your program that you're proud about?
Yeah, because you can tell yourself anything.
Right.
So that testing and trying is important because you can't achieve anything in this life more than what you believe in your mind and what you feel in your heart. So once you put that into practice, I got it in my mind, I feel it in my heart. There's this what we call this spiritual subjective intuition.
Mm.
It's a spiritual subjective intuition that knows instinctively how to position you to get what you desire from the creator.
Say
That's
that
important.
again. Please say that again.
So once we understand that we all have this spiritual subjective intuition. There's this new buzz phrase that you hear all these super spiritual people talk about now. I'm an empath. All of us are empaths. If the
Empath.
truth be told,
Yes.
we all have great intuition if we learn how to tap into it.
Yes.
So if we understand that there's this spiritual subjective intuition inside of all of us that knows instinctively how to position us so that we get what we desire from the creator. And that's what, notice I said, if we know how to tap into it, and I'm giving you some tools so that we can tap into that, because we have the proclivities to ignore it. You know why? It's what Sheila said. We're listening to everybody else. All of these other voices become so more important to us, much more important to what's being spoken inside of my intuition, this knower that I have that is already inside of me. And so what happens is we get upset. As I like to call it, we put our feelings in this cup, then we get in this rut. But when you understand that you have to feel, that's important. It's almost like I feel it before I have it. I become it before it is even it. So you got to feel. That's important. You got to feel this thing to the creator. And then once you feel it, that infinite source within you puts you in this place where you become like you are entitled.
Wow. Yeah.
Like you are entitled to receive what you know that the universe has for you from what you've created in your good thoughts.
Yeah. Thank you, N.A. Thank you, N.A. I appreciate it.
I'm entitled. You're entitled. We are entitled to get what we desire and what we deserve. So here's the question. Here's the question, ladies. And you take the time to answer this when you get a moment. Do you want to be loved with an honest tongue? Then feel you deserve it. Okay, do you want to be loved by someone with a devoted heart? Then feel you deserve it. Do you want to be loved by someone with exclusive eyes only for you? Then feel you deserve it. You got to feel that thing. It's almost like I'm walking into this, because when I get to that stage 2 of recognition, that becomes like my deja vu. I have been here before. You know why? Because you created it in your mind.
Exactly. That's true. You got to see yourself there.
Come on, see it. You got to see it in order before it happens. See, faith is not about seeing it before you get it.
Exactly.
Faith is about believing it before it happens. So if we're gonna go to church again,
we're gonna go to church.
We walk by faith, but not by sight.
Pastor. Go deep, Pastor. Come on, pull that pastor hat up a little bit. Come on now.
We're gonna get the offering plate and the juice in your towel in a minute.
He was an official pastor, so he can't run away from that. He tried to
the offering plate is, y'all go to my website right now, order my new Dating and Creating. Dating and Creating is on my website right now. Order that. You can get it in the audio. You can get it in the visual. You get it in the video. If you get the video, you get the video plus the audio, plus you get a bonus. So go to my website, C.RegiRodgers.com. You can get the Dating and Creating.
We're gonna do that because you be trying to skip past the anointing, but that thing sit on you sometime, and that thing just start bubbling up. Next thing you know, you prophesying and talking all this talk. So cut it out. Just go ahead.
just let yourself loose.
But it's principles. It's principles. Principles are constant. This is why principles work. I don't care if you're Buddhist. I don't care if you're Christian. I don't care if you're Shantoism. Principles work. It's principles. Principles are something that's constant. That's why to a Buddhist, their God is faithful. To a Christian, their God is faithful. To a Muslim, their God is faithful. But do you know what faithful means? When you say my God is faithful, all you're saying is faithfulness implies consistency. So all you're saying is my God is consistent. Mm-hmm. Because principles work. It's consistency.
Yes. Like you said, sometimes people spiritualize stuff and make stuff so deep, and it's like right here in your face. It's so practical. That's the problem. Sometimes, they're looking for this whole deep revelation when it's a practical principle that you could apply, and that will make you free. The other scripture.
Mm-hmm. Truth. It's truth. So those are constant principles. It's truth, not traditions. See, we build a lot of our traditions on Christianity, not traditions. That's why so many people are involved. Truth is what has the ability to make you free. It's truth. And guess what? It's the truth that you know. That's why that old adage says, to thine own self be what? True.
Mm-hmm. No, pull them out.
My truth, your truth is truth to me. That's the reality to me.
Again, it goes back to what you said. What I want, what I desire, what make me happy, not what someone is trying to make and form for me when it's already innate. It's in there.
Sheila. Absolutely. It's like you saying, Don, I just want a good man. Well, what does your good man look like? That's too vague.
True.
You right?
Because your good man might not look like Sheila's.
Mm-hmm.
And what you want may not be what Sheila wants. But both of y'all saying, I just want a good man.
Oh, God.
Let's be specific in regards to what it is that our good man looks like.
Yep, because any and everything will start coming.
Listen, everything is good to somebody at some time. It's subjective.
In his mind, he's a good man. But is that good man a fit for you? Don't mean he's a bad man, but is that a good man for you?
Right.
Yeah.
It's subjective. I've learned that one. Mm-hmm.
So I've learned that one.
Oh, yes.
So you just gotta learn. We have to learn how to just kind of get way down there in our gut and start learning how to trust our intuition. Mm-hmm. One thing that you women have in particularly is intuition. You women have that by the Creator.
Yes.
You guys have intuition. If you trust your intuition, it's gonna always lead you to the truth because you got that. You guys got that. You guys are nurturers by nature, and you have intuition by nature.
Is that close? Would you even connect that to say that's close to the spirit? The intuition and the spirit kind of look like they relatives.
They are akin. They are akin. That's why I initially said it's that spiritual intuition.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's the spiritual intuition because it is that spiritual realm that you have that you can operate from that's already in you.
Absolutely.
Let's go to church again.
Greater
is he that's in you.
Let me find the Hammond B3. Hold on. Wait a minute.
We gonna get that for you, Auntie. We gonna get that for you.
Put your sound machine for me. Get the wait a minute.
You need to. Yeah.
We're gonna start modulating here a little bit.
We're gonna modulate. That's right. Go ahead.
But it is we all have that greater is he that's within you than anything else that is around you. So if I have the greater one already inside of me, I have that spiritual intuition. Tap into it.
Just tap in it. That's right. That's right. That's all good there.
But I think a lot of people struggle with that so much because we haven't, like you said, you learn to trust your own voice. Basically, you have to learn how to trust your own voice, that inner voice, which is, like you said, this it's you. It's just one, But we're so busy looking for the approval of the masses. We're looking for numbers, not realizing that the numbers is what brings the confusion. It's in the oneness is when that's what you need to make sure you're hearing the echo of, not the noise of the multitude, but we look for so many people to approve what that oneness in us is saying, and we don't need that. One is a solid number by itself. We are whole in and of ourselves, and we don't need the validation of the crowd, because everybody does not see or hear. They don't know the inner, that oneness that's you, that makes you specific. So they're not going to agree because they're seeing it from their lens, not seeing it from God's lens or your lens, and it's not supposed to look like anybody else's. So until we get to that place of understanding that, the majority is not always right, and own that oneness, we're going to continue to be in this battle. You just blew my mind. That's what just came to me. It just blew my mind.
And I love it because I talked about that validity. You talked the validation you just spoke about, but see, that's in that recognition stage. That's where the validity. This brings the validity, the perception of something that is existing, the perception of something that is true. That brings validity. Let's go to church again. As long as the children of Israel followed the cloud, they were great. When they started following the crowd, which was the masses, they were messed up.
Sure.
You see it? That cloud was between them and that thing they already had.
Right.
When they started listening to the voices, that's when they messed up. Let's take Joshua and Caleb. We could go over there and take the promise. We can go to the promised land. It's easy.
Right.
It's for us to go. It's already ours.
That's right.
And then what did the crowd say? Nope. There's giants over there. Where was the giants? In their mind.
Yes. Oh, that's good right there, because that's exactly where they were, in their minds.
It was in their mind. So what they did was they built these concrete castles in their mind. That's why, again, we're going to go to church. That's why it says a double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. When there is, let's go back to our first thing with the recognition, visual. When there is no vision, there is division. And when there is division, the people perish.
That's it.
Make me wanna shout.
Listen, I got some oil right here. I'm about to anoint. I'm about to lay hands on it. Just bless him, Lord. Bless him, Lord. Speak, Jesus. You hear yourself.
Y'all funny.
You think I'm playing? Don't make me. It's right here. Don't play. Keep it close. He don't already stir. What? He don't even stir. What? Listen, sir. You can't just be coming in here willy-nilly like that and don't expect it, All right, we're gonna have to go buy 2 books or 3. Your offering got to be heavy. You walk in the heavy side. You walking heavy.
Oh, y'all too funny.
This is so good. This is so good.
So Sheila, you brought this whole thing full circle. You brought it full circle. That's that love at first spirit. You see it?
I see.
That's what you said you wanted. That's that whole love at first spirit. So this spiritual intuition allows you to see through someone to get to someone.
I like that. I like that.
Now you can tap into that energetic space. That energetic space is so powerful because your energy, their energy, that energetic space, you're operating in a certain frequency level. And that frequency now allows you to get on this certain wavelength. And once you understand how to dial in to that wavelength, you guys are tuned in. Now you're on the same frequency, same station, same page. Now you're tapping into that energetic space. Those two energies are coming together. What do those two energies create when they come together? They create a synergy. What is a synergy? A synergy is two people that are in sync, in alignment, who create harmony, who create unity, who create unification. So now that synergy creates that unity. That's the oneness that Don was talking about.
That's so good. That's so good. Now I'm gonna have to clip some of this. This is gonna be some shorts all over the place. Clip, 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 clip.
I'll be replaying all night. I'll be replaying all night. It's gonna be on replay. We'll post this 62 times before midnight. I promise. It's so good. It's so good and practical, you know.
This is awesome. So wonderful. Every time he's here, he dropped jewels, he dropped mic drops, but I mean, I say that playing in a playing spirit, but I'm so serious, right? How he can redirect some thoughts, right? That
Right.
you actually were trained,
Mm-hmm.
you were taught, because that learned behavior and environmental impact can mess you up.
Jesus.
We've been institutionalized. It's what we call we a lot of us are DOA. We're dead on arrival because we're knocked unconscious. It's not until we go back to understanding to get back to the consciousness, so that what I feed my subconscious now goes into my conscious. And then when I started feeding my conscious, now I begin to see the perception of the reality of what really is. That's what truth is. Truth is what really is. That's your perception. Yeah. It's the reality of what you perceive.
Well, this mind, this thing up here, is no joke. And if you can't navigate through the stuff and get the debris out and the junk out at a certain point in your life, you'll die like that. You'll die robbed of all of the jewels and all of the joys and all of the people that were coming towards you, but you blocked and stopped them because you wouldn't recalibrate up here.
Mm-hmm. That's that room that you talk about previously in the mindset, the one that's all the way in the back that you don't want to go. You'll touch everything else, but you won't go in that room.
That door is shut. Yeah, that's right. Shut. They got the padlock on it.
With no knob. With no knob.
No, you ain't going in there. That's good. Right. It's tucked away.
That's the place we need to be at.
You say that door is locked. I'm gonna take you out of church one more time. That's
Go ahead.
It's the last one tonight.
All right, Pastor.
I just got a jewel based off of what you just said.
Help himself, see?
So you said that door is locked, right? Okay, now watch this. Watch how practical this is. So we've heard, and I will give you the keys of the kingdom. Whatsoever you bind on earth shall be bound on her in heaven. Whatsoever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. But now watch the keys. Watch how practical this is. He says, I will give you the keys of the kingdom. Mm-hmm. That means you will have a key to unlock any door in the kingdom. He didn't say I'm going to give you the keys to the kingdom. Because if you got the keys to the kingdom, that's one door to get in. Mm-hmm. But if I got the keys of the kingdom, I can unlock any door.
Any door. And anywhere I want to go. It's mine.
I could get in any doggone door I want to, but watch this. Watch how deep it gets. I will give you the keys of what? The kingdom. What is the kingdom? Well, when they tried to ask, they were questioning that. What is the kingdom? And all the disciples was like, what is the kingdom? They said, can we say, lo, it is, there it is? He says, no. The kingdom is within you. So if the kingdom is within me and I have the key of the doggone kingdom,
go ahead now.
Why can I not access any room in there that I want?
There you go. Because he is in there and you can do anything.
All right, listen, I'm going to say this last time. I'm grabbing the mic. I'm done for the night. Ladies, you can get what you desire and what you deserve.
Oh, my. This is so good to me.
Listen, I'm mailing your towel and your juice. It's gonna be FedEx. Just give it an hour because you done. Now we got to go show 29 books into. Listen, he didn't just mic drop, Auntie. He kicked the door off. I mean, just no respect. Just took the whole door off. We ain't got no door no more. Just no door.
Nope.
There's no door. Because you just shut that down. You just shut it down. Anything that you thought you was holding on to right now, you just shut it down. Like, that's not even a thing. So like, we got nothing. We got nothing. Just face it. Just go be happy. That's all you can do right now. Just go.
It's a done deal. It's done.
My goodness.
It's done. I can't
I'm finished. Listen, I'm done. I can go to bed now. There's no more words to be spoken. No more songs to be sung.
No, it's over. It's over the benediction time.
Right.
Y'all are funny.
Everybody go to your cars and drive safely. Right?
May traveling angel, ministering angels surround your
Right.
vehicle.
He'll pack us up and send us on our way tonight.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Oh God. See, this is why I tell you, before he leave, I was like, you coming back, right?
Yes.
I make him say it, so I have witnesses,
Right.
public witnesses.
You got to keep your word.
We're
keep your
surrounded. We're
truth.
surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses.
Yes, sir. Oh, this was so good. Listen,
Oh, my goodness.
let this great man of God go. Oh,
Right, the
my
man of God. Yes. MAND. Because that's where you at today with the D. MAND of God. GAWD. That's where you at, sir. Listen,
Oh, God.
I'm done.
This was so good. I can't.
A whole week set now.
All right. Got me crying over here. All right. Listen. Facebook, bless you. YouTube, my wonderful people, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with us tonight. I so appreciate when you come by and support. I really appreciate you. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I can't. The Bravette is in the house. Blind God, listen, and his wife. This was so very good. This was so funny. So yeah, you will see C.Regi Rodgers again, the #1 relationship coach and author. He's already, you got to yes, right? You got to say yes,
Come
I'll
on,
be back.
You know I got your back always.
We got it. He will be back. I let him do his thing. He's traveling all over the world. He's doing so many different things. Listen, he's just doing a lot right now. He has a lot on his plate. It's a lot that he's doing with his life, and I'm just so appreciative of him. Please give your handles, all your handles, and tell him about Friday night. Friday night, you do a comedy thing with your buddy.
Yeah. Buddy Lewis, actor and comedian Buddy Lewis. We do a show called The Coach and the Comic. We're normally we post it on YouTube on Friday nights. Typically, it's pre-recorded, so it's not live. We do a pre-recorded show, but typically it comes out on Friday nights at 6:00 on YouTube. Just look up The Coach and the Comic, and look up actor comedian Buddy Lewis and C.Regi Rodgers, The Coach and the Comic. That, and then we're putting together a show. Sheila, matter of fact, I need to bring you on the show. Matter of fact, I'm going to get a yes from you. I'm putting together a show called Seasoned Dating After 45.
Oh, I'll fit right in that. That fits.
I want to talk about the challenges. What do we sense? What do we see? You know, people get sometimes stuck in where they are, and they're not bendable, flexible. And we talked about that elasticity today, right? So we're putting the show together. I already got a commitment from Dr. Sophie out of Florida. She's gonna be, and then Sheila, I just got your commitment, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. We're gonna be doing that show hopefully the next 10 days. I'll get back with you. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a pop-up of his. I wanted to do like a Friday night live, but if I don't do a Friday night live, I'll do a Monday night. But it's gonna be a live show that we want to talk about that seasoned dating.
I think that's awesome. I have been thinking about that as well.
Very necessary.
Yeah, it is very necessary because it's very important. We talked about it a couple of times before about when you get older and you're single and you stay single for so long. And you say you want to date, but then you've got rutted into you and you don't have the courage to date, or you just get stuck in your own ways and you just want to be with yourself, but yet you don't want to be with yourself. You really want a companion. So being alone for a long, long time brings all these different elements that the average person wouldn't know about if they're not seasoned citizens or been alone for a while at a certain age.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great. I get to pull what's in you out now. Listen, she gonna take us to church, Don. Hey, Don, have that all ready.
Listen, I travel with the oil. We got the we got the towel, we got the juice, we got the offering plate. But whichever one of you need it, I'm just gonna play adjutant between the two of y'all. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Hey, listen, hey Sheila, she gonna be your PPA,
You know-
your pastor's personal assistant. That's what you got down for.
Right.
Oh my God, this is so funny. But yeah, thank you for asking me. I would love to be on that and chat and learn and just talk about it because it's needed. The conversation is really
Sophie's
needed.
a brilliant mind. You're gonna love her. I actually had Dr. Sophie and Carlton Pearson on the show. We did a show, and they both have brilliant minds. Like their
Forget
minds.
about it.
I'm just sitting there like I ain't saying nothing.
I'm sure.
Like, so they blew us away. I had them on. I was thinking about bringing Carlton back on there too, but I definitely want to bring you, Dr. Sophie.
He's been a little public lately. He's doing.
Oh, he's doing a lot now. Yeah,
with
yeah.
Larry
Carlton's,
Reid and doing some things. But he has a brilliant mind. I mean, I remember going to his church, and that's where I got certified to teach the Purity with Purpose course that one of the women in his churches created. It was powerful. I flew to Oklahoma to get certified to teach, and I brought it back to New York. Incredible. So just being around him and listening to his mind, it's like he'd be like, okay, like you said, you'd be like this.
You just sit there. I just finished a show with Carlton. It's coming out in the fall on the Win Network. Carlton talked about Pentecostalism.
He
took us way back in terms of the history of Pentecostalism. So he talked about the climactic aspect of Pentecostalism. I talked about the didactic aspect of Baptists. So I'm on 3. I'm on episode 3. It's episode 3 where we get Baptist versus Pentecostalism. Carlton was schooling me, but I'm just sitting there like, okay, whatever. But it was a fun time. I enjoyed it. It's coming out this spring. I'll give you guys a
keep
heads
me
up.
posted. Yeah, keep me posted. Keep us posted. We would love to see that and be a part of it and look at it and everything. Yeah, and learn from it as well. So this has been great. Oh my goodness. Listen, we'll talk soon. Guys, don't move anywhere. Listen, you wonderful people. Thank you so much for being here. Facebook, I love you so much. Remember, when nothing changes. And you have to what? You got to keep it moving.